Hi, today I'm here with Jessica Pelleteir, Executive Director of Fit Money, a nonprofit dedicated to building financial literacy and financial experience to empower our teenagers. So why don't we start by talking about what is financial literacy?
Financial literacy is one of the most critical and important life skills. It's the education that allows you to understand and manage your money. Our mission is that financial literacy be taught in classrooms. We feel so strongly about the teacher as the role model, as the leader of the education, for your children. However, obviously last March, when schools were forced to close their doors, almost overnight, we realized that it was going to be a real challenge for kids to keep getting this very important learning. So we did a lot of very quick, videos and, making digital handouts that teachers could import into, say, Google Classroom. We also host a lot of things on our web. Just recently, we came out with what we're calling our Financially Fit Certificate course. This is really a great program that parents and students can do at home. We are also encouraging teachers to use it in their classroom. It's something that is purely web-based, so it can be imported into their online classrooms or even, just on the Chromebooks that they're assigning to kids at home.
You also have a partnership with an NFL football player?
Yeah, it's great. Let me tell you how impressed I am with this person. So Brandon Copeland was recently signed by the New England Patriots at the beginning of this year. So this will be his first season. He partnered with us last April to do a series of dinner table conversations that parents should start having with their kids. We broke down in a series of 3 videos how you can start to talk to your kids about budgeting, savings, even just as basic as needs and wants, and trying to figure out what the difference is between those.
Can you give us like a scenario of the situations that kids find themselves in even before we launch them into college?
I think we really have to give a strong foundation so that they can learn and really change their behavior and how they view money. I mean, I have a 9-year-old and he can't wait to start landscaping. And so I know the minute that his feet can touch the pedals, he's going to start earning money. And so I want him to be able to make smart choices. I'm not telling him he has to save 100% of that because that's not realistic and that would not be really fun for him. What would inspire him to get a job? But I think as you can start to empower them to have the tools to understand, even just risk management. As adults, Susan, you and I think about insurance and all the different ways that we can insure, our health and our apartments and our homes. We have to teach our kids to kind of be risk averse when it comes to money. I know a lot of parents out there, especially with kids that like video games, they kind of load up the credit card and these kids are just purchasing more coins, more this. And if they don't really understand where that's coming from, you're not learning anything. So it's really important for us to start as young as you can, especially that middle school age where you're really starting to have a very active relationship with money.
What would you say to a parent who's listening to this? What's the first step they should take?
Well, I think the most important thing they can do as a parent is just talk about their own situation at home and talk about what things that are great, they're super successful to them and that were great, smart decisions they made to really enhance their money health. And perhaps now, if there are some struggles, let's be honest with our kids. But one thing that we do have is this Financially Fit Certificate. It's a short course. It can be done in 5 days. It runs the gamut of what I call adulting 101. And so we want to start off our kids on the right foot. We want to tell them what a credit score is, because as we all know, that's not something you can just fix overnight if you have a couple late payments. We need to tell them that's actually really important. It might not just matter about buying a home. Your future employer could check that. If you want to get an apartment, they're going to check that. So we just need to start making the education tools available to kids. And I mean, I hate to say, try to find the silver lining with this horrible pandemic. One thing now is parents have opportunities on their computers at home to, really bring some of that classroom learning, into their homes.
Also, it's such an incentive to be in a certificate program, to finish with something that acknowledges your accomplishment.
Again, there's assessments throughout the videos and then there's a final test at the end. It's not, a huge heavy lift, but it's just that real life, as Brandon would call it, life 101 skills
Jessica Pelleteir, Executive Director of Fit Money, thanks so much for being here with us.